With Mercedes sunsetting the A-Class, the C-Class now becomes both their best-selling and most attainable sedan. Completely redesigned for the first time since 2015, this one gives shoppers a taste of the S-Class life at a fraction of the cost.
Have you shopped an S-Class lately? It starts at over $111,000, while a base C-Class can be had with the change found under an S-Class owner's sofa cushions, a mere $44,600. So if you can't afford the flagship, don't fret. These two cars have some commonalities. Both use mild hybrid engines, pack same-size trunks, and showcase the latest version of the Mercedes-Benz user experience. And when optioned to the hilt like this one, the trickle-down effect grows even stronger. Initially available as the C300 sedan in either rear or all-wheel drive, it battles the likes of the BMW 3 Series and Audi A4 in what used to be an incredibly important compact sports sedan segment. But as we know, conventional cars, especially those that don't run on electricity, now hold diminished relevancy. That doesn't mean there's not an audience though, just not what it once was. As compared with the previous model, this C-Class is 2.5 inches longer, a bit wider, and stretched in its wheelbase, translating to more accommodating rear seats. What hasn't changed is the use of a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine and 9-speed automatic transmission, though both have been updated for their new mild hybrid duties. The C300 is still rated at 255 horsepower, but the new motor integrated with the engine provides additional torque, rising from the previous 273 pound-feet to 295. When starting off and for short periods of time, the electric EQ boost can output an additional 20 horsepower and 148 pound-feet of torque. And the 48-volt electrical system with its small lithium-ion battery stores any recovered energy from braking to operate the engine start-stop system for longer periods and more smoothly while the car is idle, say at a stoplight. Combined with a gliding feature, allowing the engine to be shut off while coasting or slowing to a stop, a reduction in weight to 3,957 pounds, and an identical coefficient of drag to the previous car, I'm surprised by two things. One, that it's now slower to 60 miles per hour by 0.3 seconds, clocking in at 6 seconds flat, and two, that the gas mileage hasn't improved one bit, still rated at 23 mpg city, 33 highway on premium. I'm averaging 27 mpg, which is exactly the EPA's estimate in combined driving. My tester is the torque vectoring all-wheel drive 4MATIC-equipped C300, updated with a lighter transfer case and the ability for the front axle to handle higher torque loads. It drives with an air of sporty elegance and sophistication that's furthered by some critical optional equipment.
The $3,000 AMG line package most notably adds sport-tuned shocks and springs, a more precise steering system with greater feel, and upgraded front brakes. Combine that with these upsized Eagle F1 summer use tires, and the C300 can really get after it. Now, there's not a ton of power on tap here, and the 9-speed shifts deliberately, but the rock-solid chassis and excellent dynamics really rein this car's 2 tons in with grace and veracity. It's also very quiet and supremely comfortable, with the exception of singular impacts, say like a pothole, which hit harder than expected.
Riding a tad lower than the standard car on a sport-tuned suspension using continuously adjustable dampers, the AMG line treatment also includes the darker night package, grittier body styling, and sport pedals. Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus drive modes can be further personalized by tweaking the drive, steering, stability control, and even engine sound, the latter of which adds a convincing visceral element. Knowing that the racier 400 horsepower AMG C43 is coming soon, the C300 is well balanced and appropriate in everything it does.
The C-Class trim levels go like this: premium, exclusive, and all the way up here, pinnacle. But this car doesn't stop there. An additional $10,000 worth of cabin upgrades scores you items such as this sexy AMG red interior, a dual panoramic roof, full-on driver assistance features, a surround view monitor, a high-end Burmester 3D surround sound system, and a dash cam, among others. But it is indeed this car's enhanced ambient lighting that steals the show.
Mercedes is leading the way in this brand of spectacular cabin lighting. Choose monochrome or multicolor combinations, sit back, and wait for your passengers to ooh and ah. It's a whimsical touch that also excites. Speaking of which, check out the LED drip projected by these headlamps as part of the digital light package. For those who revel in the details, this C-Class is definitely your car. Illuminated door sill panels, logo projection, the perfect steering wheel in terms of size and grip, this all feels very special. With a built-in dash cam, panorama roof, sound deadening acoustic glass, navigation with augmented reality video overlay, etc., it's unlikely the typical C-Class buyer will go this far, but those that do will be rewarded with quite the luxurious experience. MSRP as tested is $62,270, and that includes all of the driver assistance and safety tech befitting a car of this ilk. The new MBUX screen is a winner, far exceeding the new infotainment system from Lexus in terms of simplicity and appearance. But similar to the recent Lexus I tested, Mercedes uses steering wheel touch controls, the left side for the driver information display, the right side for the center screen. It actually works quite well here, and thankfully doesn't rely on the head-up display for execution. Customizable themes, easy access to information, and brilliant displays make MBUX a joy to use. Though it's unfortunate there's not a bit more zip, or a combined 30 mpg, I guarantee this is a car you'll enjoy driving with an emphasis on comfort. A respite from the outside world, much like the pricier S-Class. For Topspeed.com, I'm Steve Hammis.